What is going on, everyone? I am DeFi Sean, and you are watching Moon Monday. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, repost button, or whatever button that you have to hit to share this as far and as wide as you can possibly go. So Joe will be joining us in a few minutes. He's running a little late, but we're also crunched for time for today's episode, so we didn't want to wait on him. Go on ahead, get it started. But Joe making the episode late, still definitely a thing. But as of right now, I am joined by our guy, Mr. Pixels. How's it going?
Good, man. Good. How's everyone doing? Hope everybody had an awesome weekend. Shout out to everybody on X, YouTube, Twitch. Like Sean said, yeah, it's going to be kind of a quick synopsis here. But yeah, I mean, everything's all still super bullish. I hope everybody else did have a good weekend. But yeah, I mean, glad that we're about kicking off another week here, another week closer to getting Solana and many other bullish things that are going on here in the background, getting closer and closer. So yeah, I'm pumped, man. Every show we're getting closer.
Yep. We got about 22 minutes left. We're going to end it at about the 30-minute mark today. So get those questions in. Any and all questions you have, don't hesitate to ask them. Let's get them all asked so we can get them answered. It's been an extremely busy day. I know for Joe, for myself, Mr. P, Mondays are always really, really hectic. Today was a little bit more hectic than others, so just trying to keep up with everything.
Manic Mondays, bro. Manic Mondays.
Yeah. Put yourself in the background. It's a saying that I absolutely hate saying because you hear that all too often in crypto, but it's really true. Giving some updates real quick. Just go ahead and jump right into that. So LunarPumpFun sold. I kind of said it in the chat earlier. We're working alongside the auditor right now, getting all the back end stuff straight. Obviously, everyone's already seen the front end's done. So we're getting all that straight. Once that's done and we push it to mainnet, at that point, we'll be able to officially apply for the verification so that we don't have that this is a malicious site type tag. I don't know if anyone's ever used Phantom when they got onto a dApp in crypto and they saw that big red message. Definitely something that we can't have happening with the likes of Pump Fun and Let's Bonk and stuff like that. With some of these people joining, we probably only got one chance to make a good impression. If they hop on over to Lunar Pump and they see malicious site, they're going to bounce and they're not coming back. So very important we get that phantom verification taken care of. It shouldn't slow us down too much. Like I said, that's why we're working with one of their auditors so that we don't get the whole thing built, go to mainnet, apply for it, then kind of have to redo everything. So everything's coming along pretty much just as expected with that. We've had multiple meetings over the weekend, making sure everything gets straight from the fee structure and all that good stuff. So it's coming right along. The iOS wallet, we got another unfortunate response. Apple's definitely being tough on us with this iOS update. When it comes to Web3, Apple was very strict about a lot of things they're asking, so we're working through it as fast as we possibly can to get the wallet on iOS. Unfortunately, again, Apple is just pushing back a lot about the Web3 services and different things like that. We thought we found a workaround. Turns out we probably didn't. So again, be patient. We're working through the best we can to get it on iOS. But if you are an Android user, which I know 70% of the people outside of the US are Android users, I know that is available. I looked on there too on the Google Play Store. There's well over 100 downloads on it. So people are definitely utilizing it. So really good to see that. And like I said, we're working on it, trying to get through all Apple's red tape as fast as we possibly can.
Man, it's torture, huh? Man, trying to get that through. They're so strict. I mean, like you said, it's a good thing that they are strict, but this is like the first, like, let's say, crypto week, right? This is considered crypto week here in America, right? Started on the 14th, right? Today, is that right? Today is the first day of like official crypto week. Is that what was announced?
Yeah. I think it's this week. I saw something on YouTube about there was a huge fight breaking out in the set, like not like fist fight, but like which nowadays you never know.
Yeah, right.
But there was like a whole bunch of I guess people pushing back on one another about one of the bills. So supposedly it's going to be a really good day on my podcast, Crypto over Red Bull. We touched on a lot of stuff. There's about 18 to 22 different little news articles that I touched on. There's just tons of stuff going on right now. I think we hit like 122.8K Bitcoin all time high.
Yeah, dude, crazy.
We're definitely in that Bitcoin bull run. I mean, it's only a matter of time before everything starts trickling down. I want to say ETH past 3,000 if I'm not mistaken. So
that's right.
That's awesome to see. So yeah, I mean, we're getting there. Again, like we talked about last week with Merck or Friday, the BTC dominance is still really up there. So most people are still hanging out in the whole BTC area, but it's only a matter of time. It's going to start trickling down to your ETH and your Solanas and to all of your altcoins. So again, we're kind of laying the groundwork, getting everything ready. We got Joe finally joining the stage.
Oh,
Oh,
There he is.
what's going on? Hey, Joe. Your
Squidgrow
audio.
Joe. What? Yeah, you're muted. What do you know? It's Squidgrow Joe.
Well, he's not. He's not muted.
Oh, I don't hear him though.
Yeah, I don't hear him either. It's not you. He's not muted, but I don't hear him.
No, I ain't hearing you either, Joe. I was having
Still
some
not
issues.
hearing you.
I was having some issues too. I had to like reset my browser there during the intro. Remember, Sean? I was ducking in and out there. I had to. It just stopped reading my browser for some reason. I know they did a recent update here, so maybe that might be something, Joe. Or your microphone. All right, let's give Joe a minute. But yeah, I mean, that was the thing too. Bitcoin all-time high after all-time high there for a while. Like, yeah, and you're right.
Yep.
It is only a matter of time. It's going to start trickling down to the alls and to the memes and stuff like that. So now's the time, like, start hedging your bets and start, picking your conviction plays. And, this has got to be one if you are like looking for teams that are actually showing up on the reg, delivering the utility, pushing it out, doing the marketing again. The catalyst is going to be Solana and Lunar Pump, utilizing that along with all the other products that are already built. So, this is in my opinion, not financial advice, but a safe play because I know the people behind this. I know that we're all working our asses off. I know the community's there. We're working on many products behind the scenes, many ways to reach across. Like there's a lot planned once this drops. So yeah, now's the time to be hedging your bets and looking at what you think is a good smart play on into the future, long term, whatever you want. But yeah, either way, yeah, this is going to be a continuous rollout here, and we're just ramping it up. We're just like really once the Solana launches, dude, I'm like it's going to be foot on the gas at that point, and it's going to be like all guns blazing. Let's try again.
What's going on, everybody?
There he is.
There he is.
What's going on?
Yeah, I think I had a Chrome browser update, and I think that kind of reset everything. So I just went back in and fixed it all up.
Oh yeah, there it is. I got caught with that a few times too. How's your weekend, brother? Good.
Good. Running around, traveling. Been a crazy weekend. Glad to be here and not just anywhere. I like to stay home, so every time I have to go out, my only goal is to do whatever to get back home. Like I'm a real introvert kind of,
Oh yeah. You're a nerd, Joe. I know you love your.
Yeah. I like
yeah, me too, bro. I like sitting in front of this computer and just nerding out and stuff. And I think we all are.
Exactly.
Sean is too. I know you are, but yeah. So some good updates. I got a little update too. If you want to jump, or did you have something else, Sean, or any of you guys? I can.
No, the only
up
other
there
thing
real
I
quick.
had is I did a really cool another 30-minute founders meeting with Growthy. So we had a really cool conversation. In those conversations, we go pretty deep, talk a lot about the project behind the scenes, myself, some of the other members of the team. So they'll be getting that out, chopping that up, spreading it across all the socials. So look out for that. Just really good stuff to push around because it just talks about the founders and the project and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had from updates.
Yeah, we got a few little questions here. We could touch on them now if you like. You guys are great. Apart from LunarPumpFun coming soon, what is the plan for driving volume to Infinaeon?
So Lunar Pump has kind of always been the plan or the vehicle for that. So our goal is to ultimately start getting people to use the platform of LunarPumpFun. Anyone knows building a blockchain from scratch is very hard. So we're trying to build up LunarPumpFun to be like a less bonker, to be like a pump fund, even if it's on like a 5% version of my. And if I go out, guys, it's my Wi-Fi, my weather. It actually just flickered. I'm surprised it didn't go off. So we're trying to utilize that to get people on the platform. Once we get people on the platform, we'll be able to offer incentives for Infinion, like launching with no bonding fees or maybe no volume fees. So we're kind of using LunarPumpFun as a platform to kind of get eyes on the whole ecosystem to kind of transfer them over to Infinion. Because again, this is something that's never been built before. Infinion, imagine like 1 million or 2 million transactions per day on Infinion. It would be something like the space has never seen. Everyone's mind would be blown how the ecosystem just continues to pump. You have your Solanas and your BNBs and your ETH. Everyone's paired with them. It is a constant roller coaster with the ups and the downs as ETH and as Solana moves, to where with Infinion Plus, it only ever moves upward. So if we get the point where we have tons of transactions, again, it'll be absolutely wild. It'll be something that no one's ever seen. People will be in complete shock about how this blockchain just continues to grow with every single token on it. So it's just a matter of getting there. And again, LunarPumpFun is that vehicle to hopefully help us get there.
Yeah, I just want to add to it real quickly as well, because as everyone knows, I'm really excited about the live streaming aspect of it. But it all, everything that happens on LunarPumpFun, everything we do is always going back to Infinion. And the more lines we have, we just need one thing to really pop off in order for Infinion to pop off. So by having something be successful, Infinion is successful. And that's the way all this was designed. It was designed as Infinion in the core, and everything else we do feeds into that. So if LunarPumpFun, we go to live stream, let's say, pops off, and LunarPumpFun's going crazy, those that are in Infinion are in the core will be the ones to benefit. And everyone obviously on LunarPumpFun will go, wait a minute. It's not just, it's not just some kind of random dApp. No. This is not a dApp. This is a part of an ecosystem. When people see about Infinion, the next thing they're going to say is, what else do these people got for us? And they're going to look at LunarPumpFun. I mean, they're going to look at Infinion from LunarPumpFun. They're going to look at the ever increasing blockchain. They're going to analyze and see, wait, we can launch tokens on this? Wait, we can buy into its native token? So there's so much, and it all goes to the core, which is Infinion, and everything else we do feeds back into that. And that's always been our goal since day one. LunarPumpFun has been something just so massive as far as being a part of that. But Infinion and everything we do is always going to be the ground floor of everything. So I just want to add to that. That was a really good question, but I really want people just to make that point clear. Everything we talk about, everything we do, no matter what it is, it always goes back to Infinion. That's been the goal since day one, and that's something that we always continue to do.
Yeah, every utility does it. So, and what are your thoughts on this this next statement here, Joe? Need to double time in launching LunarPumpFun and Solana because PumpFun has launched their token today. What are your thoughts on that?
PumpFun has so many issues. PumpFun, I mean, listen, it's cool that PumpFun has done some stuff. PumpFun, I mean, I'll be honest with you, other people are starting to come in, and people are starting to realize there's the next Pump.Fun. People are looking for that right now, and it's cool that PumpFun has definitely, did that launch on Solana. And we want to do it ourselves today. We want to do everything we can today if we had the opportunity to. The problem is it takes testing. It takes time. There's developers. The minute we have it available, the minute we can launch it, trust me, if it's on a Saturday night at 5 a.m, we're launching it. We want this to go off. We want this to go out there. But we want to make sure it's done correctly. So we don't have to pause everything, take everything back. We don't have to go back in and fix everything. We want to make sure everything is done properly. And once again, it's cool that LunarPumpFun, I'm sorry, not LunarPump. I was thinking PumpFun like launch their own token. Never mind. But it's cool that, all these other tokens doing all these other things. But at the end of the day, LunarPumpFun launching on Solana is going to be something that we definitely look forward into. But it's all about getting everything done correctly. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that needs to be done in order for this to happen.
Yeah, and of course, this is also the beauty of a free and open market. This is the beauty of capitalism right here, because what ultimately comes from this is you end up with the best product because there's lots of competition. Everybody's competing to deliver exactly what they think the audience wants or what the market wants. So the more we have, the more competition. As we saw, PumpFun got unseated by Let's Bonk, right, recently. So it just goes to show that people are not like PumpFun loyalists or anything like that. It's like people are happy to go if the market shows them a new direction, a better option, a smarter option, a safer option, whatever it is, whatever they want, that it's out there. And like, John and Sean were just saying, that's what's being delivered with LunarPump, is offering these things, offering these new incentives, trying to better the competition. That's what it's all about. That's what capitalism's all about. And like I said, ultimately, it's the best product that's going to get delivered to you, the customer, at the end of the day. So, that's what it's all about. And I'm glad that we're here at the forefront. We're driving this forward. And we're trying to compete in this market.
We just saw that lightning storm, by the way. It looks like you're in a horror movie.
Dude, you saw that? Dude, I don't know how I didn't lose it. Actually, the power actually flicked. I'm surprised that I didn't. But yeah, you can see it like literally coming through my window. It's like the weather's horrible. And then I'm here. I haven't looked yet, but we might even have like a tropical disturbance in the Gulf. So we may even have some, like tropical storm type hurricane weather come like Thursday, Friday.
Oh shit, those cloud seeders are rolling in, dude. They're manipulating that weather, bro. You're fucked.
But yeah, what you didn't hear was the thunder following it. That's what made me jump.
Oh, we did actually. We heard it the last time you were talking because I can't remember when I'd said it. There was that thunder I heard.
It was definitely thunder.
There it is. Did I just hear thunder?
And like in my neighborhood, I've been here. I bought my house about 8 years ago. The neighborhood, someone, whether it be a tree or house, has been struck by lightning like 4 times in that neighborhood in like the 8 years we've been here, which is absolutely insane. I don't think I've ever had anywhere surrounding my house get struck by lightning. So yeah, something about my neighborhood, man.
There it is. Ooh, moody. I like it. Here, this is the calm before the storm, guys. Right? It's coming. But yeah, I wanted to touch on this even as we're speaking about, utilities and the ecosystem and things that benefit it. So obviously everybody is very well aware of the Post Genie that we're working on. We've been building out here. And I just have some updates on this. I won't go through the whole rigmarole of how to use it. Most people already know how to use it. I will drop it in here though. To the main chat so anybody can go and test it out, make any posts right now. We do have MoonMonday options in there. I think we have it. Oh no, we only have Infinaeon. We're going to be adding MoonMonday in there as well so people can make posts about that. But it's xpost.infinion.com. Then you can go over there, make a post. It autofills, select your topic, select your tone, and it autofills and opens your app and you can post it directly in there. Now, we did have Merc on Infinaeon Friday last week, and using this, and obviously we work with Growthy, who's our main marketing team, and we utilize this a lot to do with the Zeely stuff and the Zeely quest because it really integrates well with it, right? And the ability to use it. And when you have people from all over the globe participating in sprints and this and that, it cuts down on massive human error potential issues, right? Moving forward, like misspellings, language barrier issues. I didn't write it in the tag correctly, or I didn't express the sentiment of what the project is because I don't know enough about it or whatever. Sometimes people are just, bashing through to get whatever in. So it eliminates so much of that, and it makes your ROI go much, much higher on it, and it makes it super easy for people to be able to interact and just click, and you got a post on and you claim your reward and you got your points and on to the next. So it really meshes so well with what we're doing as regards Zeely and things like that. And the best metric that obviously a lot of marketing agencies and things like that they use is cookie.fun, and this is something that Merck had gone over as well. This is like a mind share site basically, and it shows you how, let's say, I guess, how dominant you are and how much influence or how much you're being seen online. And I think this is mainly X, right? Sean kind of mainly focuses on X for the most part as far as this one, and Kotaku is another one, right, that does this as well, another one of those mind share. But this is a big metric that marketing agencies use in order to judge how well they are doing. And we found that the post generator in conjunction with Zeely and all these quests and stuff, it really skyrockets that metric. So we've been working on additions to this, and Merck had suggested that we do a replies one. So we actually do have the replies one. The prototype already built out where you can just go and drop in the tweet, and it actually shows you a preview of the post, just so right, this is the right post, right? So it'll just pop it up like it would look on X, and then it'll generate the response for you, and it'll show you how that will look underneath it. And then you just go click and send it, and it'll go and autofill it and post it directly into that response, right? Which is that's really good, especially if you're doing raids and stuff like that or anything like that. You can just go in and autofill. You can also just go in and paste in let's say a tweet or whatever, a post from anywhere, and it'll auto generate a response for you too, and you can just copy and paste that if it's outside of X, right? But you got options there. And the beauty of all of this is the way that it drives that metric up. So just imagine this as an individual product, right? An Infinion product that other companies and marketing agencies would utilize to be able to increase that metric, right? So this is kind of another thing that we are like experimenting with at the moment, and there is massive implications for this moving forward as regards that, because we all know it's all about the numbers, it's all about the metrics, all about getting that up and how valuable that can be to be able to increase those kinds of things. So obviously this being such a product, potentially for Infinion here, as we're ironing these details out, is going to be a massive benefactor, obviously, to the token, to the blockchain, and everything. Is going to be bringing revenue back in the same way as, you know, every other product that's coming out. So do not fade on this thing. Another thing also that we added to it is a degen tone. So you got like just serious, casual, bullish, and now we've added a degen tone as well. So it's like bro and for real and this and that, and like swears and a little bit too, right? So that's the authenticity of it. So that's a pretty funny one. We tied that into the replies. But there is massive potential for this actual product, and there is massive demand for it, and we're very much ahead of the curve here as well. If because I'm not sure if anybody's seen too many of these out there. I certainly haven't. But it all ties into this, to Cookie.fun, to this metric. A lot of people go in here, they use KOLs. There's many ways that KOLs can utilize this feature. So it really is ticking a box in many different avenues, and it can be applied to many projects that want to avail of it. Like, it really is a good service because it does help with that metric, which is the ultimate thing. But what do you think, boys? What do you think about this as a potential Infinion product moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. And kind of, since you were kind of talking about like Cookie.fun, people were asking like, how did Bonk get adoption? Well, a big part of it is these mindshare sites like Cookie.fun. And me and Merc were talking about it, and it kind of like almost fell into our lap, assuming we can get it. So, you know, like Bonk, like Pump Fun, Bonk is a top 10 meme token of all time. I mean, I think on CMC, if I'm not mistaken. They obviously made millions off of that token. So, you know, they have some of these websites are charging upwards of $300,000 for a listing to get on these sites. So, you know, they have the funds to get on these sites. And it just so happens, probably hear all this thunder, and it just so happened literally like 2 days after we had this conversation, Growthy asked me to hop on a call. And Cookie.fun, I don't know all the details. They're starting like a new I don't know what the right word to use is, but I guess they're starting a new way for people basically to be able to get on free of charge. So Growthy is working with them to be able to go ahead and get us listed. They can't officially get us done until we have an official release date for LunarPumpFun. But yeah, these sites are huge right now. Even if you're not familiar with them, they are a big reason on why a lot of tokens and a lot of platforms are doing well, because of the KOLs that push it. I mean, you can have thousands of KOLs pushing your stuff on this site because they work for rewards. And like Mr. P said, it actually gives people that are going to be talking about that actually have great engagement. So this is our number one plan, is to get on this site. And basically, it's free of charge. The community that we currently have will help with that. You know, you're always going to want active communities coming on to Cookie.fun and these platforms. So another big reason why the community is so important. Everyone's very well aware in our networks of the size of the Infinion community. I mean, all these lives that we do, we have more organic viewers than all of these, you know, not all, but tons of these streamers and different things like that. People are very, very well aware of the Infinion army. So, you know, because of that, it opens up opportunities like these free listens. I don't want to dox their price. I was about to say their price. I don't know if that's public knowledge. But again, saving us tens of thousands of dollars. Let's just put it like that. And then on top of that, we're obviously going to hit X hard. We have tons. We're going to have about We're going to have about $3,000 worth of ad credits to play with alone, on top of the community just still absolutely crushing it with the post. And all of our, you know, we always go back to SafeMoon because that's how a lot of us met. That's kind of how Infinion was born. But that's how SafeMoon became big, straight up on Twitter. Not from no paid marketing, no nothing, from you guys, from us, just on there talking about it and just tweeting about it, making it go viral. So that's the ultimate goal for Infinion, and Mr. P and the crew made it as easy as you can possibly get. I mean, you can have a tweet out. You can send out 5 tweets per day with taking up minutes of your day. I mean, it's an absolute awesome. And then even the KOLs that are operating on cookie.fun, they don't even have to put in the time and effort to potentially make posts to drive engagement and get paid. They just use the post generator. It's no different. They have the same access to it. So, this is a huge advantage. So just, I said it last week, but stuff like this, the PFP generators, they might seem small, but they're actually huge. All those PFPs that people see in spaces, they love it. It gives us recognition. And again, ultimately kind of helps us get where we need to go.
Yeah, what do you think, Joe? Potential new rollout Infinaeon product here, driving more utility, offering more utility, like to many projects, people, whatever. How this would all tie in with Lunar Pump as well, and of course Infinaeon. But just offering this as a service and having it generating some more revenue for the token, for the blockchain, for scaling, for development, all of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, getting everyone on the same page and spreading the word is important. It's always going to be important, and this is the kind of thing, like I showed earlier about SafeMoon. This is the kind of thing that really made SafeMoon soar, was when everyone was wondering what to buy, what to invest in. The market's green, but there's so much noise with all these tokens and everything. What do we do? The same community was everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And here with Infinaeon and Infinaeon Army, we need to be everywhere. We need to spread the word to everywhere. And by utilizing this, you're gonna have the ability to easily create amazing posts that will generate good feedback from anywhere you go. So I think this is massive. This is something that people are going to need, people can use and create a post that will generate, a response from other people to get them to join in. Because ultimately what we want is more people with us. It's inevitable in my opinion, but doing it to make it easier, doing it to streamline it, that's what we want universally, because we want as many people as possible to at least know Infinaeon, to at least hear to say, I heard about Infinaeon. That's it. If we can get that, when Infinaeon's, in my opinion, success in incoming, this is going to be the spark. That's all this. I mean, that's all this can be, and it would still be massively successful. If they see the post, they look into it, and they join, even better. But if we can even create a spark for everybody, this is the ultimate goal of what we can do. And I think this is going to be something that will at least get in the eyes and ears of everybody. And then when they hear about LunarPumpFun, when they hear about being part of Infinaeon, they're going to be like, okay, what do I got to do to be a part of this? How can I join this? Because everybody wants to be, especially when there's a lot of buzz and noise happening, everybody wants to be a part of something successful, or something that's doing something that can be successful. And this is just in my opinion, an amazing spark. Hopefully this gets us more people to join us, but even a spark is, in my opinion, massive success, because people will ultimately say, I've heard of it. Like, people at Bitcoin, grandparents go, I heard of it. Of course they have. And you never know. They hear more about it to the point where they go, okay, what is this about? With Infinion, it's going to be the same thing, where people are going to go, I've heard of it. And the more and more we do it, the more and more we spread that message, people are going to join in. I think this is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's really good, man. And to be honest, the reception we've had from from within our own network, even like from marketing agencies to this to that, like there's a lot of buzz around this thing. So we're looking at really like capitalizing on this, from many different standpoints there. So I'm really excited about it. Cannot wait. We did have a question there. We have to build in rewards when a project is successfully completed, like CoinMarketCap with diamonds. And the diamonds we can use for some utilities. Has that been something that's been considered?
Are we talking about for?
Just talking about like Lunar Pump. So like if you bonded, like you would earn so many diamonds. And I know there's going to be like the leaderboard thing, right, for devs, right?
Yeah. So maybe not not obviously diamonds, but we are going to be setting up a tiered platform to where you hit milestones. You create this, you launch this many tokens, or you create this much volume, you get a upper tier to participate more in the revenue share. So the more volume your wallet creates, let's say I'm just making numbers up, you hit $1,000 of volume you created. Well, at that point, now you're eligible for like 0.1% of the rewards. You hit 5,000, now you're eligible for 0.25% of the rewards. I'm making numbers up. So we're creating tiers, and I'm sure we're going to do the same thing with developers. So yeah, we're going to be creating that tiered, almost gamified platform. I do see we have some other questions that I want to get to because I probably only got about 10 more minutes. Yes, we do. So we have 2 active VCs that we're working with. We actually have more that want to work with us, that will work with us at any point in time that we decide to bring them on. So with VCs and with funding, that's not an issue. We're never going to do or take more funding than we need. Again, we're not your average project. We're not just taking money and giving everything away. We're doing everything strategically and what's the best thing for the platform. And the reason why we don't talk about them is because the VCs do have us tied up in NDAs and all that stuff. So there's not really anything we can say about it, even if we wanted to. So just know that funding is good for the Infinion ecosystem. Everything we're doing is strategic. We're doing everything in the best interests of the platform. And as far as this right here about CMC, CG, so our first order of business is obviously we want to be on Twitter. We have ads. We're going to continue to run ads on Twitter when LunarPumpFun Soul launches. Obviously, we have us and you guys that can tweet the hell out of LunarPumpFun. So as awesome as those Infinaeon tweets are, we're really going to need those LunarPumpFun tweets getting tweeted out. I'm going to make tons of video content, Joe. I'll get with you. We can kind of make some similar content so that we can chop up some stuff and we can have us talking about it to where we can have segments talking about the ICO, talking about the cha-ching, talking about everything, and Joe can do it too. And then we can just chop it all up so we can have all that going. So that's kind of the Twitter thing. We're also working with Zealy on a campaign to actually push volume towards LunarPumpFun Soul. So it would actually be a pretty, we would incentivize this with pretty big rewards, probably much bigger than like the $1,000 reward that you got for just, joining our socials. You might be looking at like $10,000 worth of rewards. But with that, it would require you to actually get on our platform, create volume and different things like that. And they have a lot of success doing these kind of things. And then also with this, we're also want to roll into the next phase, which is going to be a lot of Web3 ads, like your CMC, like your CGs and your DEX tools. There's packages, which is not cheap, but there's packages that we can run to be across all of those Web3 platforms. So again, unfortunately, we're not Bonk, we're not LunarPumpFun. We don't have millions of dollars to just throw out the wall. So again, we kind of have to do everything strategically.
Yes.
But that's kind of like, yeah. So, and hey, if it takes off day one, and it really starts doing its thing, then of course that just frees up the funds to just make it happen even faster. But we're moving as fast as we can. And yeah, so that's kind of the things I just addressed are kind of like the order that we plan on going in as far as really getting the word out about LunarPumpFun. And good, again, Cookie.fun is a huge part of it. If we can land that listing, if Growthy can set us up with that, which is looking like they can, that's a very big deal. Community's awesome. We have well over 100 people listening right now. You just got to get on there. You got to go to Infinion or to LunarPump and hit bullish and create discussions and talk about it. And we can get those KOLs talking and buzzing about LunarPumpFun. And again, the best part is it's free. You can find so many opportunities within Web3 and within crypto that people just don't realize that brings so much more value. Getting altcoin daily, for instance, one of the biggest YouTube channels out there, paying tens of thousands of dollars for that video will never bring a return. But getting on Cookie.fun could be the difference between your platform exploding or not. It's a big deal to be on these platforms. So that's why we're focusing on it.
And for anybody out there that's not sure what CMC or CG is, that's CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. If there's any new noobs out there, they're basically token listing sites that have massive audiences, etc. But yeah, there's ways to market and promote and push on there too. But all in good time. It's coming for sure.
Yep. And everything we built with this, the market wants it. The market needs it. The market is craving it. It's just a matter of getting them to see. Again, I'm not comparing us to Steve Jobs, but I'm just using it as an example. With the iPhone, he knew that you wanted the iPhone before you wanted the iPhone. We can see the openings in the market. And we did that with the ICOs. We're bringing in the video. We're setting it up for users to actually, for once, be able to benefit, not the bots, not the devs, actually the users. And we've identified that problem and we made the product. So we know this is what the market wants. It's just a matter of getting them to see it, which we think we have a pretty good plan, to start getting people to see that. And of course, they see that. That's going to lead them to Infinion, and hopefully the rest is history.
And I just want to add one more thing to it. It's all about creating opportunity. And by having the ICO, it creates massive opportunity for developers, for those within the developers whitelist spots, and then of course right after that for the community. So it's huge, and by creating opportunity, especially in DeFi, people will always flock to that. Whenever there's availability for opportunity, everyone wants on top of that. And what happens? They suck. They absorb it all up. Sometimes somehow it gets messed up, like you saw with Pumped.Fun. It was going good, and it got all messed up, and now it's all in a weird spot. But what we have here is a lot of layers of work done to make sure that we can create opportunity for like I said, for developers, for those developers want to have their the whitelist spots for, or maybe not, just to be able to beat the bots, and of course for the communities that developers looking to create. So this is huge. This is massive layers upon layers upon layers of work already done for everybody out there that might prospectively want to use LunarPump.Fun, as well as those that are already in Infinaeon.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be a proper show unless we hawked some merch. So here it is. Go to store.infinion.com, pick up whatever you like there. Again, we're adding new stuff all the time. And we got your 4 sections there: Infinion, Lunar Pump, Moonboy, Baby Draco. Go check them out. And yeah, everything you buy in here as well also supports the whole ecosystem and everything like that. And we got some cool merch. So yeah, definitely go check that out. Hit it up and, use your in real life billboard. Represent. Say win again, Mel. Yeah, gotta be done. I still haven't got mine, dude. I'm putting an order in this week for sure, dude, without a doubt.
Yes, I still haven't got around. I need to put my order in too.
I'm ashamed of myself, to be honest. I can't hawk another bit of merch until I'm wearing a Say Win Again t-shirt here. Okay, it's a deal.
Yeah.
I think that's all the questions we got right now. Anyway, gents, I think we're kind of good.
Yeah.
I know you got to roll
perfect.
out, Sean. We can't keep it going too long today. You got a busy day, but
yeah, it's my fault. We have to end it 15 minutes early, but yeah, I think we got all the questions answered.
Yeah,
and,
I think so.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, make sure to check us out this Friday for Infinaeon Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, we always have Moon Mondays every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. So definitely check out when we go live. You can easily do that by hitting the subscribe button on this YouTube channel. Notification bell's gonna be right there. Put that bad boy on all. Or you can go on Twitter, hit follow, join in, get involved in the conversation, and of course, make sure to join us on Telegram as well. I'm Screwgo Joe, Mr. Pixels, DeFi Sean. We'll see you guys on the moon.